will be a federal case, and the individual that we catch will be prosecuted federally for domestic terrorism.
An early morning scare at the Ector County Courthouse. What we know tonight about what's being called the biggest threat to Odessa in years.
It's opening day in baseball, baby. We're talking about that in sports.
And picture perfect weather again tomorrow, but I'm looking at that and also taking a forward look at the weekend coming up.
Nathaniel Machuca still missing, his family hoping for any information to lead to his whereabouts. News West 9 at 10 starts right now.
Thanks for staying up late with us for News West 9 at 10. I'm Crystal Cruz. A bomb scare in downtown Odessa at the Ector County Courthouse this morning, leaving the whole city on edge. Tonight, the courthouse is back open after the bomb squad dismantled what appears to be a pipe bomb. That bomb had all the ingredients to explode. Luckily, it did not. So let's break down what brought us to tonight. Shortly before 8 a.m., a courthouse employee located what appeared to be a pipe bomb near one of the entrances. Building security noticed Odessa Police and the Ector County Sheriff's Office. It caused a few issues on the roads this morning. Several streets around the courthouse were closed off. The courthouse was shut down and a bomb unit from the Odessa Police Department was called in. Officers used a water cannon to destroy the object, but officers aren't exactly sure if that device had all the components needed to detonate.
We don't really know exactly how long it had been there. We feel like it had probably been there a couple of hours. But we're going through video footage right now to determine when and who left that device there.
The FBI and the ATF have since taken over that investigation. Sheriff Griffiths called that bomb scare the most significant threat the city and county has faced in years. We'll keep you updated as to that investigation and what develops over the coming days. Now let's break down what else we know tonight. Let's take a look at that explosive device. Sheriff Griffiths called it a pipe bomb, probably similar to the one used for training purposes in the military. They're usually around 5 pounds or so, and they're one of the smallest kind of homemade explosive devices around. The United Nations even calls them the most common type of bomb used by terrorists. All of the ingredients are contained within a relatively small package, so that compacted size can cause a much larger explosion. That's why the National Counterterrorism Center suggests evacuating over 1,000 feet around the location of the bomb. Law enforcement suggests if you ever see one, don't touch it and notify police. The piece of the puzzle we know the least about is a suspect. Early this morning, the Ector County Courthouse surveillance cameras recorded a man placing the device near the door. Investigators believe that device went unnoticed for as much as a few hours. Tonight, they're working to identify that suspect. What we do know is when that person is brought to justice, they'll face federal charges of domestic terrorism. It goes without saying that's a serious charge. The 2001 Patriot Act defines domestic terrorism by 3 criteria. One, simply, it's a criminal act that puts human life in danger. Second, the act is designed to intimidate a civilian population and influence government policy. Thirdly, it happens within the territory of the United States. Domestic terrorism charges have been associated with cases like the El Paso Walmart shooting. The search for a missing man in Midland continues. Nathaniel Machuca went missing on Sunday, and his family continues to ask for help in finding him. Jonathan Polasek joins us with an update on the story. Jonathan.
Yeah, good evening, Crystal. We do know that Nathaniel Machuca's car was initially found in a neighborhood in North Midland, but today his family did provide us with a quick update on which direction he may have been headed in after he got out of his car. Nathaniel Machuca, missing since Sunday. His family got a little more information on which direction he may have been headed, north on Stonebridge after leaving Burgundy.
It was on Desert Road in Midland, Texas, and he was last seen on Burgundy Street on Stone Ridge heading north on that road with the video cam that a neighbor had picked up on him. And we're asking people around there in the neighborhood, hopefully they can pick up on the video cams.
Last seen in jeans and a white shirt, his family now spreading out over West Texas, putting up flyers to locate him.
Due to the fact that he was living in Midland, they'll put the flyers there in Midland. Odessa being so close, they'll go ahead and put it in Odessa. All this area up to even up, we got Andrews now, picking up to Seminole, Kermit, Pecos, Monahans. Start putting them over there. Anyone can travel fast.
And today, a prayer service held, all with the hope that Machuca finds his way back.
Friends and family praying for his safe return home.
I just want him to come back. And I'm out of being a veteran. You don't leave nobody behind. You bring him back home, regardless. And that's what our prayers were.
Now, Nathaniel's family has said to reach out to them if you happen to have any new information on Nathaniel's whereabouts, and the family wants to thank everyone that's helped them so far. Crystal?
Jonathan, thanks. She's a West Texas face we've seen quite a bit of over the past several months. And tonight, Midlander Jenny Cudd is working to get gun restrictions placed against her removed. Now, last month, she was sentenced to 2 months probation and a $5,000 fine for taking part in the Capitol riots. Under her probation, she can't have a firearm. It's a mandate Cudd challenged successfully, claiming that the restriction shouldn't apply to her nonviolent misdemeanor. A D.C. district judge lifted that restriction earlier today. Court documents said that Jenny Cudd felt threatened on previous occasions and needed personal protection. A pilot who crashed his plane during a failed human smuggling attempt at the end of last year has been arrested. Tobias Peters of Seminole is facing charges of human smuggling, evading arrest, and deadly conduct. Authorities say he crashed a plane carrying undocumented migrants in Presidio in late December. Investigators say the crash was caused by excess passenger weight and low fuel. It left several passengers injured. Peters fled the scene, starting a manhunt that lasted about 3 months. He will appear in court for a preliminary hearing and a detention hearing on April 11th. Looking for that beach vacation? Well, there's less than 2 months until hurricane season officially starts. Now we're getting our first look at the activity we might be seeing. Anthony, how's it looking right now?
Yeah, so we are about 2 months away from the season starting, so this isn't set in stone, but Colorado State University is one of the first people to put out a hurricane forecast, and they usually do a very good job at it. So let's take a look at what they're saying. They're expecting 19 named storms this hurricane season. On average, we see about 14, so that would be an above average season. And of those 19, 9 of them are expected to be hurricanes. That's also above average, and we're expecting about 4 major hurricanes. That's Cat 3 or above. Once again, above average. And one of the reasons that we're expecting a very active season is because we already have warmer than average temperatures along the Atlantic Ocean, and hurricanes really feed off of those warmer waters. So when we have warmer than average temperatures, we usually see more hurricanes. And that hurricane season does start on June 1st, a little bit less than 2 months away, and it lasts for 6 whole months, all the way to November 30th. Of course, we'll keep you updated the entire way here on News West 9. Crystal?
Thanks, Anthony. There's no doubt Barbara Yarborough is beloved. This educator has touched the lives of students in Midland for more than 60 years. She's even had an elementary school named after her. Well, today she got another honor. Life Changer of the Year, a national award. She was picked from hundreds of teachers across the country, and she had no idea this was coming. Not sure what they told her, but they managed to get Barbara to South Elementary today, where they held a surprise ceremony. Life Changer of the Year is a national program sponsored by the National Life Group. It recognizes and rewards school district educators and employees who make a difference in the lives of students, all by exemplifying excellence, positive influence, and leadership. Barbara says she's gotten just as much out of the kids as they have out of her work.
All of the energy you see me with, I'm a professional thief. I'm sucking that energy up from everywhere and learning to meet each one of them that they have something to offer. And we fertilize everything else, don't we? Let's fertilize what they have with smiles and truth.
By the way, Barbara was given $2,500 for herself and $2,500 for a nonprofit of her choice. She is also one of 5 grand prize finalists who, if chosen, will receive an additional $5 grand.
Hey man, shout out Miss Yarbrough, man, she a real one. It's coming up in sports. Midland Christian was back on the field. It was opening day for Major League Baseball, and UTPB tennis had a match with St. Mary's. Good evening, beautiful people. Yes, I know it was opening day for the majors, but high schoolers have been grinding for months now. So I'm going to talk about them first, if that's cool with you. Midland Christian had a district game against All Saints, and they were blessing boys at the plate. In the second inning, things got active, starting with Caden Griffin, who whacks one over the center fielder's head. That allowed Caden to pick up a McDouble on his way to second, and then he pulls out the arrow to the dugout. I messed with that one. Up next was AJ Berlarde. He fired a shot back to the mound, and while All Saints was playing hot potato, AJ was reaching first base for a single. Now, after Jacob Hicks got walked, the bases were loaded, and Braden Renz brought the boys home like Nixon in '73. Caden comes across to score, tying things up at 1. And after leaving dudes stranded that inning, Caden kept things rolling in the next, ordering up a triple meat so his boy Jacob could eat at the plate too. Another run scored for MCS and another win as well. Stang scored 8 unanswered runs in this district dub.
That's trailed out towards left center field. Pretty well started Nico Horner, line drive homer into the bleachers. Cubs lead.
Well, folks, that was the first home run of the 2022-2023 season, brought to you by Cubs shortstop Nico Horner. Over in Arlington, the Rangers tweeted this out with the caption of "Tomorrow, period," because unfortunately they have to wait until Friday to start their season. But Alex Bregman and the Astros, they didn't have to wait. He tweeted out opening day LFG. If you don't know what that means, you're going to have to look it up because I need this job, okay? The Astros are actually playing right now in Los Angeles as a game is Astros are winning. Wow, they were just tied 0-0, but now the Astros are up 1-0. And fun fact for y'all, the Astros have won their last 9 opening day games, which ties the longest streak since 1900. Wow. Earlier today, UTPB tennis took on St. Mary's, but unfortunately, the Falcons were not flying high on the court. Both the men's and women's team lost 6-1 to a strong conference foe. That's it for sports, though. For me, it's Crystal tonight. Crystal and Anthony. Can I volley it over to y'all?
Volley, I'll catch it in this big studio over here. All right, well, it was a great day to get out and volley.
Yeah.
Anthony, are we going to see this weather stick around?
Yeah, I hope you're able to get outside today, but if you weren't, tomorrow's pretty much a copy and paste kind of day. So I'll talk about that, and also we got some changes by the weekend, everything after the break.